Hi, welcome to Apart View video tutorials. This video tutorial is on how to replace your carbon brushes on your washing machine. It will show you how to remove the belt, how to remove the motor, and how to change the carbon brushes in the motor, followed by the procedure for replacing the parts. First thing we need to do here is remove the back plate. This video can be used for an assortment of appliances. Most motors are fitted on the bottom of the machine. There are 3 different types of fixings. There's usually 2 bolts that hold the motor in place, 3 bolts, which is a sliding bracket which allows tension to be placed on the motor, or 4 bolts. This motor has actually 2 bolts with 4 locating lugs. Just removing the belt here. Always be careful of your fingers when removing it. Some of the edges are very sharp. Now we'll undo the 2 bolts. I'll show you more details on this after. On the whole mounting mechanism. Okay, next thing we have to do is disconnect the wiring. Again, I will show you the wiring harness in more detail in a minute. Right, now we'll move on to how to remove the carbon brushes. These are held on with 2 screws on either side. They're 6mm nut heads. Some are held on with Phillips screwdrivers, other held on with star drive. The most common nut size on these are 6mm, 7mm or 5.5s. Occasionally you do get quarter drive as well. Okay, removing the carbon there. Now these wires that hold these in place have got a locking mechanism on them. You have to look quite closely, and there's a little clip which you undo to remove the connection. It's a small spade connector, or female spade connector, sorry. Now removing the other side. Little screwdriver will undo the clip. Okay, there we go. Carbons are removed. Worth checking the armature at this point for any lugs rising on the commutator. Here you can see the mounting brackets for the brushes, and you could also see the variation in length. The other carbons had completely worn out. When fitting the carbons, it's always worth putting your finger just inside the motor to make sure that the carbon brush doesn't actually collapse on you and possibly snap. It is quite a delicate procedure. Once the carbon brush is located in its 2 fixing points which I showed you, just put the screws back in and connect up the wiring. As you can see, my finger there just holding the end of the carbon in place to stop any damage occurring or it sliding off. Sometimes it's quite hard to actually get them into their location lugs. I'm having a little bit of trouble here, as you can see. There we go. Again, just putting the 2 screws in that hold the brush in place. Right, connecting up the wiring. Now before you just go fitting the motor, it's worth turning the armature just to make sure the brushes are seating nicely. Just hold on to the end where the belt fits and inspect that the brushes are sitting correctly, rotating the armature around as you can see me doing here. And checking the other side. Now that all looks good, we'll go ahead and fit the motor back into the washing machine. Show you the lugs here now. There's two right underneath the bottom of the machine. One there. And one on the rear of the machine where the screw fits into, or the bolt, sorry. Again on the left hand side. Two. And the motor must, when it's actually fitted on, must go on square onto these. Again, a different camera angle here, showing you the front and the rear mounting lugs. Always a good idea just to have the washing machine tilted over at about a 30-40 degree angle. I don't recommend lying the machine down without the transit brackets on, for the simple reason is you can do damage to circuit boards, wires might get pulled off. So just slightly lean it over. Right, now we'll connect the wiring up. This is a push fit block connector. Usually can only go in one way. This motor also has an earth wire, female spade going onto a male. Now we'll actually do up the motor. I normally do these bolts hand tight, followed by a quarter of a turn of pressure, which will usually be adequate. And now all we need to do is replace the belt. Remember to shop at a part for you, as that's what keeps us going and able to make these videos for you. We sell all the belts for machines, plus carbon brushes and motors, printed circuit boards. Over 20,000 parts in stock, with a database of over 150,000 parts. Just fitting the belt on here. I normally put this onto the motor, then halfway round the wheel, slowly turning the drum and holding the belt at the same time. Once the belt is on, make sure it lines up so the belt is central to the pulley wheel on the drum. You'll see me checking and just adjusting . Now we'll test the machine just to make sure the motor is turning it onto spin with no load in. And there you go. We hoped you enjoyed this video on how to change your carbon brushes. Remember to shop at a part for you, and thanks very much for watching.